Welcome everybody. Let's do a video. I am on vacation this week. I'm in Mexico. So let's do a video because things are changing rapidly. So let's take a look at what happened yesterday, and we are going to also take a look at what is going to happen in the next few minutes at the open. So things are bouncing up. Trump has mentioned that there's this ceasefire, a 2-week ceasefire. It seems to be maybe not respected fully by Iran. That remains to be seen. But what counts for us is how is the market reacting. This is what we are watching, the market reaction to all of the news. Sometimes there's good news, sometimes there's bad news, and there's not always a causation between the good news and the market reaction. So right now, Tesla closed at 346.65 yesterday, down $6. And Tesla is into multiple downward channel. You know, this is the main one right here, downward channel. We came outside a bit yesterday, so this sometimes happens. We have an overextension, we bounce up. There was an overextension right here, and so far it looks like we are bouncing because we should be opening at 364, up $17, up 5% already. So big move up, a gap up in the morning. So a gap up is always dangerous because the gap can be filled within the first hour. So the best course of action is to wait until that first hour is gone to see where things are going. But doing that has some drawbacks. Everything has a drawback. If you want perfection, you need to die and go to heaven. But right now you are on earth, so there's no perfection. So right now, the drawback of waiting for the first hour is that maybe things are just going to continue right within the first hour and go super high. So you make your own decision, you do your own research. So this is what could be happening. Technically wise, you know, we have support at 367.38. You know, this was support right here not too long ago. So a break above 367.38 would tell us that, okay, things are sustained and could be going and retesting the downward resistance that we have here. 386, depending on when we are going to reach it. It could be 386, it could be 394. But what to watch is this downward channel. Let me show you again. This downward channel resistance, this is what needs to be retested after we break 367.38. So if that happens, you know, if we break above 367.38 after the first hour candle and we are still close to that 367.38, that would be a nice entry, as I said, to go to 390-ish. 390-ish. Voila. Okay, VIX. VIX, look at this, a big drop in the VIX. We dropped by 5 points. We are at 20. We like the VIX to be below 20 to start going long, and we might get our wish very, very soon. We are getting below, well, we are not below 20 right now, 20.12, but it seems like we are continuing down, so this could be possible. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones, we don't have pre-market orders, so we don't know what is going to happen. Yesterday it was still under this downward resistance and it could have just caved in. SPX, we don't know either, but if we look at the E-mini, look at this, we are up 2%. We are up 2% and we could be on our way to go back to 7,000. So again, this is kind of chasing it because things are moving so fast that we are basically in chase mode. So in chase mode, we don't look at the current pattern that we are in because it's pretty much too steep. It is too steep to really consider it, but we can chase it and just put a stop loss below a number that we find reasonable. So right now, if you choose, you know, if I would chase it right now, E-mini, if I would chase it, I would put a stop loss below 67.70, just a bit below there, entering at 68.30, stop loss at 67.70 with a target Target, the first target that we could be hitting is this one right here, 69.85. If things are doing well, we could get up to 7,045. And QQQ, the market is already open. So QQQ, we are not seeing right now. So yeah, the market is just opening. So right now, okay, yeah, we are getting the first transaction. So we are gapping up again. So we are gapping up. After 613, that would be a nice continuation. But as I said, this gap that we are witnessing right now could be filled at any point. NASDAQ also the same thing, gapping up. After 25,195 right here, this is going to show us continuation, but you know, we could be gapping down right here. So, you know, pick your battles and manage what's happening. Russell, this is getting outside of this downward channel. So, you know, this one is more subdued, you know, 0.63% higher. Let's take a look at gold, Bitcoin, silver, and Ethereum. So gold, we are still into a downward channel, no momentum up yet. So this is just noise that is happening right now. This is not a new trend. The trend is still down. We are still going down. Still going down. We are up almost 2%. Silver now, okay, so with this morning's open, if it maintains itself like this, we are outside of this downward channel. So this would be good news. We would be no longer going down from this bearish channel perspective. So that would be good for a further move up. So above 26, so 26, we have some important resistance that has been used as support in the past, also resistance a little bit. So this is an important number at 26 bucks. If we start going above 26 bucks, and I'm talking about Sprott physical silver, especially, this is not paper silver, this is the real bullion vault silver that you purchase a share of. Bitcoin, this is interesting. So yesterday we closed right smack on 71,788. There are no random moves, you know, things are stopping at our lines. Now we are opening higher, 0.32% higher, not too big, but we are entering our green zone. So this is good news. Still into this downward channel, so we could still cave in at around 74,556. So we are not out of the woods yet. This is the woods. This is the wood line. We are not out of the woods yet, but you know, it's still a good sign that we are climbing a little bit higher. This is still a good sign. If we break that 74,556, it won't be that much of a gap, so that could be a really nice entry. A really nice entry right here. So let me adjust my buy zone. This is an okay buy right now too, but you know, this would be a bit more sustained right here. And you get the, and if you become a member at the Copy Pierre's trend lines level, you can get a copy of all those lines on your TradingView account yourself. So you can see exactly what I see on my screen. So check out my membership level to allow you to do that. And Ethereum is ahead of Bitcoin. You know, this is closing, it closed higher than 2145. 2145 right here. See, we closed higher. But it happened in the past and it did not last. So this could be happening again today or this week. And at the same time, we are colliding with this bearish channel. So we are just testing this one right here. So a safer bet to get in would be just above this line right here. So 2310, and even safer bet would be 2371. This is where the green zone is. So, you know, potential move around for the next couple of days, actually. Next couple of days. And yeah, let's take a look at BMNR while we're at it. So BMNR is close to our green zone, 2173, very close to it. So this is interesting. So yeah, This ceasefire is interesting, really interesting, and look at what's happening right now. So we are live and you see that the gap up is starting to get filled a little bit partially. So we opened today right here. We are Wednesday, aren't we? On vacation, it's always hard to know. So we opened at 363 and now we are at 356. So you see that we opened right here and we are coming down, coming down, coming down. Now we could be stabilizing at this support. So let me highlight it for you. We could be stopping on the support. This is what support does. You know, it's supposed to constrain the move down of a stock. It maintains it at a specific level. So 355.74. So if we stabilize here during the next hour, that would be great because that would be a nice entry. And then we could choose a stop loss maybe just below this candle right here that we're currently doing today, 352, or even below 350 maybe would not be a bad idea, just to see if things are moving higher. But yeah, there's always this initial panic on the stock market and people are taking the other side of the panic. People are panicking up. This is a positive panic. And then the short sellers try to push it down, and then we are going to see within the next hour if the buyers are really there or if it's just a few buyers that wanted to jump in early at the beginning of the day without any other buyers sustaining the move. So this is what we don't know right now. Are any buyers going to sustain the current move that we have? So far, we don't see them. We are at 356. We start seeing them at 355 on the support. Yeah, we have more buyers than we had yesterday because the buyers were at 342. Right now, they are at 356. So they are a bit more there, but they are not yet at 364 or even 367 to indicate maybe a possible start of a new bull trend. So there's no need to panic. We just need to watch what is happening. What we are starting to see right now is that the stock is not moving too much away. So there's no harm in just waiting and looking at what is happening. So this is conducive to maybe waiting for the full hour to complete to start seeing where the chips may fall. So thank you very much for watching. I do 5 videos a week like this. This one is free. The other 4 are for my 5 video a week member level. So you go on YouTube, you click join. After having subscribed, you click join and you click 5 video a week level. It costs you what the price of a Starbucks for 1 month, where you get 4 additional videos like this every single week. So you are talking about 16 videos, so it's maybe 50 cents a video. So consider joining, and there are also other levels that you can join at. You can get a copy, as I mentioned, of these lines on your TradingView account. So it is easy for you then to put an alert. You say, okay, I won't watch this. I'm only going to watch it if we break this 367. You can go there because the line is going to be on your TradingView account, and you do this. I want to know as soon as the price hits that 367.38, you click create, and then you can look away. You can watch TV, and then it is going to beep when it needs your attention. So this is the way to do it, because if you stare all the time at the screen, you know, you can get this is where we make bad decisions. This is where we get all excited because we see something go up and we are all excited and we want to participate and we join in without thinking about our principles. So I suggest that you do that. So this is all for me this morning. So thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing and joining as a member. I'm going to wish you good luck today. I'm going to wish you good luck today. Let me just check at the VIX. So the VIX is stabilizing at 20. This is going to be an interesting day and most likely also an interesting week. So have a great day. And I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.